The second iteration of the AMG GT has undergone a significant transformation, originally introduced in 2014 as a fierce two-seater supercar. It has now evolved into a four-seater Super GT, directly competing with the likes of Aston Martin DB12 and Ferrari Roma, rather than being classified as a traditional supercar. The latest model, sharing a new chassis architecture with the SL, marks a departure from its predecessor. Mercedes emphasizes that this is not simply an SL. With a fixed roof, both cars were developed independently. The driving experience reflects this distinction, as the new GT proves to be more fluid and capable compared not only to the SL but also its edgier predecessor. This model retains the well-known 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, available in two configurations, the GT55 with 469 bhp and the more powerful GT63 with 577 bhp. Achieved through increased turbo boost pressure, improved airflow, and tweaked engine software. Initially, UK buyers will have access to the higher-powered version, priced at approximately £160,000, about £10,000 less than its SL counterpart. The GT55 may be introduced later based on market demand. For a more budget-friendly option, looking ahead, there are plans for a GT63 e-performance variant utilizing plug-in hybrid technology, similar to the 831 bhp GT63 for drive. As of now, this is only a concept, with no concrete plans for production. In response to customer feedback, the previous model faced criticism for its lack of usability. Being cramped and offering poor visibility, buyers expressed a desire for more space, sending a clear message that they were inclined to choose Porsche 911s unless their needs were met. Interestingly, only a small percentage, 5 to 10% of AMG GT owners took their cars to the track, indicating that track performance wasn't a significant motivating factor. For the majority of customers, the trunk space is notably ample, officially measured at 321 liters by Mercedes, but it feels even more spacious in practice. Additionally, the rear seats are foldable, expanding the cargo capacity to 675 liters, almost resembling a shooting brake design. According to Mercedes, the rear seats are suitable for individuals up to 1.5 meters tall, essentially indicating comfort for preteen kids with all the associated flexibility. The new model boasts significant dimensional changes, being 180 millimeters longer and 70 millimeters taller. Interestingly, it's narrower than its predecessor, a response to customer feedback regarding the challenges of navigating narrow roads. Despite the increased size, the clever design maintains a familiar appearance, with a distinctive front end and well-balanced proportions, striking a handsome and impactful aesthetic without being overly conspicuous. While the bonnet retains its length, the cabin has been shifted forward by 20 centimeters, accompanied by a larger glass area to enhance visibility. However, this expansion comes with a trade-off. There's a substantial increase in weight, weighing in at 1,895 kilograms. The GT is a quarter of a ton heavier than its. The measurement criteria might play a role here, it seems. In standard increments on paper, the new GT doesn't surpass its predecessor. The inclusion of standard 4WD in the new model provides a predictable advantage in standing starts, achieving a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.2 seconds, matching even the fastest of the old GTs, such as the Black Series. However, the increased mass of the new car affects its roll-on performance, lacking the immediate snap and forcefulness of the quickest old GT models. Despite this, the powertrain remains remarkably charismatic. Coupled with a 9-speed multi-clutch gearbox, the top speed reaches an impressive 196 miles per hour. AMG is leveraging advanced technology to counterbalance the increased weight in the new GT, aiming for a versatile and easily drivable high-performance vehicle. Unlike its predecessor, known for occasional snatchiness, this model prioritizes smoothness while maintaining agility, a challenging feat given its size and weight. Introducing four-wheel steering was a logical step, providing proven benefits, notably. The GT has departed from anti-roll bars and instead incorporates hydraulic cross-linked dampers, a technology shared with McLaren's 750S. This system varies suspension stiffness and rapidly resists roll through corners, remarkably. This technology is optional on the SL and is slated for future inclusion in the G-Class. Active Aero features a 5-position rear spoiler and a drop-down underbody panel behind the front splitter. The 4WD system, akin to the 63, can switch to rear-wheel drive in drift mode. With 6 driving modes, an electronic rear axle differential, and a sophisticated design, the GT proves to be a complex car. However, the driving experience is friendly and approachable, offering a comfortable and quiet ride while still delivering the driving prowess to entertain. The competition in this segment is fierce, with contenders like the McLaren GT, Ferrari Roma, and Porsche 911 Turbo boasting greater stiffness and a more sporting edge. The GT, in comparison, aligns itself more closely with the likes of the Aston Martin DB12 and Maserati Gran Turismo, even if it lacks the same level of prestige. Notably, it stands out as a more desirable option, albeit at a higher cost when compared to the £140,000 BMW M8. The old GT was always looking for a role, a purpose. Now it has a clearer sense of its own identity. It might seem a subtle shift of position to go from a relatively hardcore sports car to a super GT. Nothing more than the addition of practicality, but the GT comes across as a car more comfortable in its own skin. The old GT was always looking for a role, a purpose. Now it has a clearer sense of its own identity. It's lost a little character and toughness in the process, but it's well resolved and gets back on track after the slightly balanced SL. And poorly received for Silsi 63 Hybrid. This is its flagship, its statement car. It keeps the roaring V8 alive a little longer and should attract more customers than the old GT. It's lost its uniqueness but gained a whole heap of capability.